Okay, guys, so the meat and the ground beef meat and the ham are almost done. Not cooked all the way, but halfway cooked. I did put a little trick, my little paper. You can do that with your meat as well. Okay, so we're going to just put this aside in my sink. All right, so this is what it should look like before you start draining it, okay? And then you're still going to cook it all the way, but this is what it should look like when you start to drain it, okay? Before you add in the perfect seasoning to the Goya and the Goya adobo all-purpose seasoning. So that's why I don't put those two in until after I drain any kind of meat. If I'm doing a dish like this, because then you take all that goodness out. Now, however, we still have that garlic in there, the onion. That's all going to be okay because that's all going to sit in there. So we're going to go ahead and drain this. So let me just sit you there. I'm going to turn this down. Okay, and I have I'm going to just move some things around over here. Alright, put that down. So I just want to show you guys, what I do and how I do things. And that goes for anything that I cook, and I do like a lasagna meal. This is pretty much the steps that I use. Alright, because of course you have to drain all that water. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to switch so you can see here. I got a see-through bowl, so this way you can see I got my drainer. And I'm just going to pour all that goodness. And if you could see, it's steaming up. That is all that absolute juices and water left over from the ham and the meat. Okay, and now we can really start cooking this stuff, okay? Alright, so we got to clean all that stuff out, right? Okay, now that looks good. Alright, so I'm going to show you all the drainage as well. Okay, just trying to clean around my kitchen. And then you're going to see when I go ahead and add in those seasonings as well. Alright. Okay, alright. So that should be good. Yep. And you want to kind of push down on the meat and the ham a little bit in the drainer. Just make sure you get it as best as you can. And that looks good. Alright, so I'm going to give you an up close of that before we throw it back in the pot. But look at all that water. You don't want that in your lasagna, okay? And I'll give you an up close too. Now wait. Alright, so you definitely don't want all that yucky stuff, that oil, all that stuff. That's how it should be patted dry very beautifully, and put it into your pot, okay? Alright, so put you back over here. My kids are entertaining themselves on their devices, so that's how we're rocking out through this coronavirus. Alright, so I'm going to just sit this here until I can get to it. Alright, so let's get our pot back. Let's crank it up. Alright. And at this point, I don't put no oil, no nothing. My pan is still wet. If you could see that, it still has some wetness to it. And the ham and the ground beef, as those of you that do know, that still holds oils as well. So you don't need no oil at this point. I only put a little bit in the beginning just to get it going. Alright. So, of course, you want to make sure, and this is what it's going to look like. Let me show you real quick. Look how pretty, nice and clean. And you just want to add in about, I would say about 2 tablespoons of each one. Okay? So that'd be 2 tablespoons. And 2 tablespoons. Perfect. And that's all you need for this dish, for the flavor. That is it. Okay? Because like I said, any lasagna that I would do, ground beef, these are kind of the similar ingredients I would use. However, I'm just doing a different twist today and using what I have left over in my kitchen. Alright, so that's where we're at, right? Right. Alright, so, alright, let's get back over here. And of course, at this point, I'm going to, now wait, I'm like a little bit all over the kitchen today. Okay, so now wait. I'm going to use that wax paper again. Like I said, that is a trick that I use in the kitchen with my rice, my meat, depending on what you're cooking. I mean, that does help a lot with certain foods that you cook. And ground beef is one of them because it definitely absorbs all that heat and that water. Alright. Alright, so I'm just going to give it a nice toss, and this is going to be cooked to perfection. A nice crisp to that ham, that ground beef. So delicious. And this is going to sit for another, I'd say about another half hour or so, and then it's good to go. Alright, so I'm going to pull out that regular wax paper that I use in my kitchen. And I fold it up. I give it like a double fold. That way it's a little thicker. I don't know if you can see that. Just like that. Like that. You can almost sit it like in the pot. Alright. And this lovely nightie that I have on, this used to be my mama's. Yes, this used to be my mom's nightie. And I still have it. It's one of my favorites that I hold dear to my heart. And there's another one that I have that is like a light pink with flowers on it. And these come straight from California. So, yeah, super cute, right? One of the gifts that my brother in California got my mama when she was over there for a while. So, it was given to me, of course. I'm the only girl. So, once in a while, I do put them on, and they're very comfortable, and I hold it dear to my heart. Alright, so next up, I'm going to crack open the sweet peas. I'm going to open up the marinara sauce, and I'm going to start the pasta. And I'm going to shred all those cheeses, so that's coming up next, okay? So please don't miss it. Mwah. Your girl.